and Mike make one unlucky roll that went in. It was an impossible shot, and just the cue ball just slide right into the side ball, and that sort of changes the dynamic of the game.
Oh, sure.
And I caught a few games, and I was moving ahead. And then from there, everything just sort of went my way. So I got most of the roll and ended up beating him. So it was a tight game, but I think in the beginning, both of us were not playing our speed. But essentially, when we got further on, I was getting more comfortable with the table. The cloth was like brand new.
Yes.
It feels like it's new, and the
Yes.
ball was sliding, and it was hard to control the speed. And then I think you'll probably hear other player, talking about that as well, because the speed of it was very hard to judge, particularly when the cloth is new like that. So.
Well, you're absolutely right. The cloth on these tables was changed recently, and so that was yet another dynamic to have to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
In this format.
That, and then it felt a little. It wasn't as sticky of moisture. I guess it was raining this morning or something, but
Yes.
just the feel of it. It's hard to control the cue ball. Everything was, and then I think once it sort of dried up a little bit, and you're getting in stroke a little bit, then you start feel the table a little bit better, and it was a little bit more comfortable, and I was start to running the table and start playing a little bit better as well.
Yes. Yes. Well, now you've played in these master tournaments before.
Yep.
And so, how do you feel about this particular format and the idea of playing in multiple game disciplines?
Oh, I love it. I mean, gives a chance for the player to try different games, and some players are stronger in other games than other.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing one pocket. I don't play one pocket generally, so my game in one pocket is not as strong as some other that may play that, or if someone playing straight pool.
Yes.
Where they might not be as strong playing 9 or 10 ball, but their pattern in straight pool is much stronger.
Yes.
So it's a different dynamic game, and it sort of explore and allow the player to be able to try those games and test themselves against other player, going through the various format. And I think it's fun as well, being able to compete competitively through all these games and learning from that as well.
Yes, well, it certainly is. One good thing, I guess, about Megabucks is the fact that you do have an opportunity to play other game disciplines.
Yep.
So it's not always 8-ball and 9-ball.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the league very interesting, is the fact that you get to play and learn different game and different pattern from different structure, and being able to play with different skill level as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that sort of help improve other players' game. Like Mike's game, he gone a long way. He was playing essentially at GM speed. I don't know what speed he is right now at Mega, but he was playing strong.
Okay.
Had me down pretty good. I was thinking we're gonna go hill.
Yes.
Being him
Yes.
down to the wire, and it was feeling like that until I got a few roll, and that changes it a little bit. So, but I mean, overall the table is good. I mean, the environment is nice. The ball is good, the weight of the ball and everything else. So I think overall everything is the game is like the equipment, everything is there.
Right.
So
Right.
it's enjoyable to play when you have the right equipment as well. So.
Okay, so now you've gotten through the 9-ball
Yep.
round, and you already made reference to one pocket.
Yeah.
And straight pool. Is there any particular discipline of those that we have not gotten to yet that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, maybe 8-ball. I don't know where or whether it's based on the draw of when that's coming up next. But 8-ball is my strongest game.
Okay.
Right? So it's one that I think I can do well in.
Yes.
Next to 9 and 10. My
Okay.
weakest would be probably one pocket, but we have to see.
Sure,
You got to
sure.
learn it.
Yes, well, different this time from previous times is the fact that there's a draw.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
One pocket, I think, in previous tournaments was on the second day during the elimination round.
I see. Yeah.
We don't know when it's going to show up because we're
Yeah.
drawing for each discipline before each round, and we don't even know what the next round is going to be yet until that drawing takes place. So
I'm assuming that if you drew 9-ball the first round, the second round 9-ball is sort of removed from that, right? Or you don't
that's
redraw?
correct. No,
okay,
there won't.
okay, yeah.
Right. So you're only going to play each format one time.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So you've gotten this one under your belt.
Yeah.
Okay. We certainly look forward to seeing you in the next round.
Sure, yeah. Looking forward to playing that.
Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to say? Do you want to say hello or shout out to any friends or family members, anyone who might be watching you on the screen?
I don't think anybody's watching. My wife is probably down in Coney Island somewhere enjoying the sun, and I'm stuck here. So, but it's fun. I enjoy
Okay.
this more.
All right. Well, excellent. We certainly look forward to seeing you play in some of the future rounds, and would
Okay,
love to
great.
have you come back on the microphone with us.
All right, great. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, and from the first round, we have the other opponent in the Duke Lamb Mike Pruitt match. We have Mike Pruitt with us. Mike, if you thanks first of all for taking a couple of minutes to talk with us about the match and the tournament in general. So tell us what your thoughts are about the match you just came out of.
Duke is, I would say, I respect this game. Probably top three players, amateurs that I know of and I play with. So I immensely respect this game. I know how tough of an opponent he is.
Yes.
And he's one of the things that I benchmark myself on. And he played well. He got rolls that I didn't get.
Yes.
And at a certain point, I was up. And we just kept going neck and neck, and there was just one mental error on my part where I scratched, and that was the turning point in the game.
Yeah.
And but his game is just I marvel at his game, how quickly he shoots, but at the same token, he's very accurate. So he played well. I played well. I had to take my time out to collect myself. I mentally had to get myself back in the game because he was getting the rolls, and I had to just mentally just shut that off and just say I just have to wait for him to miss.
Yeah.
And got to that point, and I was able to make it respectable. I definitely don't want to play him in 9-ball no more. I want no luck factor. Give me 10-ball or 8-ball, and I'm good.
Okay, well, that's certainly one of the nice things about this tournament is the fact that it is multi-format, multi-discipline, and the luck, if you will, that one might have in 9-ball, they certainly don't have in other formats. What do you think about the idea of playing in multiple formats?
I think it's great. It really enhances the disciplines that you should know. You should know 10-ball. 10-ball is the rotation, but you have to be accurate because there's no luck factor. You got to know 8-ball is more strategy. That's more chess is when I look at that. You have one pocket, which is a combination of straight pool and 8-ball, if you will. So that's like chess, and you throw Sudoku on there. You throw all that in there because all that is combined in there.
Sure.
Straight pool, I know you're a fan of it. That's probably my first love with straight pool because it teaches you about every other facet of the game.
Yes.
Looking at different dynamics going on. 7-ball is just, to me, that's just, 2 hot rods, going a quarter mile. That's it.
Sure.
So if you want to get your stroke out, you play that. But definitely all the disciplines are great, and you have to be versed in it,
Yes.
somewhat,
Yes.
in order to get through. And the Masters Marathon truly means it. You got to be able to master a little bit of all of it in order to get through. So I respect it.
Yes. Well, each of those formats have their own strategies, so it's not just about being able to pocket a ball. You have to be able to do a little bit more than that. That's certainly true. Now, one of the things that we did in this tournament that's different, of course, is where in past tournaments everybody kind of knew what was coming. I think the first rounds were usually 7-ball, and then the next round might have been 8-ball or something like that.
Yep.
The fact that you don't know what's coming, does that change the dynamic for you at all?
Yeah, it does, because you mentally prepared prior to 7-ball. You're walking in, so you prepared with just, okay, what's my strategy in 7-ball, right? And then the monkey wrench came, boom, and car crash. Now it's okay. It's not, preordained already. Now it's going to be at random. So one pocket could have came out first. So it's one of those where you just look at it and it's just like, whoa, now I have to retrain what I do and how I play.
Yes.
And so I like it because it forces you to be ready for anything. And those who are not ready, or they'll say, oh my God, I was preparing for 7-ball. Well, you should prepare for everything. That's what it comes down to.
Yes.
So I definitely like the shock and awe factor, if you will.
Okay.
I think it was good, a good touch.
Yes.
In order to gain a foothold against the players. So I thought it was awesome.
Okay, well, good. Now, I noticed one of the other things that the Megabucks Amateur Pool League is doing is they're featuring something they refer to as the Action Pool Club. and that's another opportunity that people at the higher skill levels have as a form in which to compete. Do you think competing in the Action Pool Club helps prepare you for a tournament like this one, or no?
Absolutely. You know, playing in that club forces you to do certain things. It forces you not to take chances. There's points on the line. So,
Right.
you definitely don't want to take any chances or take any shot for granted or just throw your cue at it.
Yes.
Then that translate over to something like this. No matter what the scale of the tournament is, now you're going to have the muscle memory of saying, okay, you know what? I can't just take a chance on this. Let me take my time.
Yes.
Whereas before, even if you're playing in league, it'll make you say, you know what? I need to take my time on the shot. Let me walk around the table. Let me look at it. Let me be sure about it. So playing in the Action Pool Club definitely enhances that, and it makes you really think about everything that you're doing.
Yes.
And then if you really want to play in that, then it forces you to really put in the table time to get good and be able to go out there and challenge these people and play these long races.
Yes.
This was a race of 21 playing in that club, because I'm on a higher echelon. All my matches will be a race of 21. So this, conditions you for it.
Yes.
So when you come to a tournament like this, you're well prepared.
Okay. Okay. Well, you are in a tournament like this, and having made it through the first round with 2 other rounds to go in this round-robin format, while we don't know what the next format game is going to be, as it hasn't been chosen as yet.
Yes.
Let me ask this question.
Okay.
Is there a particular format that you would be looking forward to seeing picked in the next round?
10 ball.
Okay.
Right. And listen, 10 ball is my most favorite discipline because there is no luck factor in it.
Okay.
It eliminates it totally. You have to go strictly on skill.
Right.
I would have to pick a discipline that I'm extremely strong in and confident in. I would say 10 ball.
Sure. Sure.
I believe in my pocketing ability, in any discipline, but eliminating the luck factor out of anything.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like
where it's call pocket, call safe, you have to do what you say you're going to do.
there you go. You have to do what you say you're going to do, and that's something where I feel like I have an advantage.
Yes.
Over a lot of players because I feel like I pocket good, I save good. I do what I'm saying I'm going to do. The tables are playing very fast, though.
Yes.
They're extremely
Yes.
fast. They just recloth them.
Right.
So it's playing fast, and you would think it'd be forgiving in the pocket area, but it actually isn't because they're still tight. But you're overrunning your position, and that's something that I noticed that Duke was doing. I wasn't doing it.
Right.
But I noticed that Duke was overrunning his position
Yes.
several times, and he had to come with a shot to try to get out of it. And he was able to do it, or something miraculous would happen with them. The pool gods would come down and touch the table for him, and then it glows, and then the ball goes in somewhere.
Sure.
Sure. But definitely, I respect this game. I take nothing away from him. It's a great match. I'll play him anytime.
Well, sure. I should point out, since he was here on the microphone earlier, that he has great respect for your game as well, and he was quick to point that out. And certainly, the score in your match, as I was watching the first half of the match, where you guys were neck and neck. Okay, and it was evident it could go either way, and that's testament to the way both of you were playing. Okay, so I want to make that point. But, of course, since we don't know what the next format is going to be, it may not be 10 ball in the way that 10 ball was previously used in the final round.
Yeah.
Okay, it may be part of the first day round robin format. So I guess it would be great for you if it were to work out that way. Let me just ask the opposite question. However, is there a format that you would be not looking forward to? Well, I assume you can't oppose them. You have to you have to play whatever comes up.
Yeah.
But is there one that you're not looking forward to in the same way that you're looking forward to 10?
I already had it.
Okay.
Which was 9 ball. I wanted to get that because of the luck factor.
Right.
All the other disciplines, there's not luck.
Right.
You can go one pocket. It's just not making your balls in your pocket. Doesn't matter what ball goes in. There's no.
Yes.
It's hard to get a luck factor on it. 10 ball. Definitely not. 8 ball, you got to call it. Straight pool, same thing. So, the other ones don't have that pixie dust hitting the table and something miraculous happens.
Right, right.
So I gotten through the one I wanted, and I had said this earlier. If I'll play Duke in any discipline, I just didn't want to play him in 9-ball because Duke gets the rolls.
Sure.
I played Duke for years, and I played him in tournaments, and I beat him in 9-ball tournaments, but he just wasn't getting the rolls that day and stuff like that. And I just know how he gets it, but he's earned it with the work that he puts in. So I don't take that away from him. But I got through it.
Yes.
And now it's I feel good. I feel good about my chances in getting to tomorrow.
Great. Well, the score of the match contributes towards your overall score in the round robin, and so even though you were unable to get the win, you certainly have a lot of points along the way towards being able to make it to the second round. We definitely wish you good luck in your endeavors in the future rounds, and we look forward to having you come back to the table to talk to us about some of the rounds that you've won.
Definitely, because I will win some, I guarantee. Play hard, but thank you very much, Jeffrey.
Well, thank you. Okay, and we're here with Josh Freeberg. Josh, who just finished his match in the first round. And Josh, why don't you tell us about how that match went?
All right. Well, I played Michael Jackson, and it happens to be that me and Mike meet all the time in tournaments like this.
Okay.
This is like the fifth or sixth time we're playing each other.
Right.
We always have good matches.
Okay.
I came out on top on this one, but both of us shot really well.
Right.
Mike is real tough.
Yes.
I think he's going to get me the next time. We go back and forth.
Yes. Okay. Okay. This round, of course, was played in the 9-ball format. How do you feel about playing in that particular format?
I love 9-ball. If I had a choice, that's my choice. But but I mean, we're used to switching up. We're used to going back and forth. So it's pretty good. I like 9-ball.
So Joshua, you've been playing for Mega for quite a while now, right? What do
Yeah.
you think about the league?
I like it. I love Mega. I think I think it's real competitive, and I think they got great prizes at the end of the seasons. And everybody's real nice. Everybody's friendly. Everybody loves to play. There's not really any drama going on. It's just play pool. If you win, you collect your money. If you lose, you come back next time and try again.
That's true.
It's a good league. I think everybody should play it.
Do you prefer playing as singles now that he changed it?
I prefer playing singles. Yeah, I'm not opposed to teams, but my preference is singles.
Yeah, my preference is singles also.
Yeah.
The team thing was a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to just come in and play your match. It's also when you play singles, you're playing for yourself. You're grinding through that season. At the end of the season, you want that $5,000, and that's the end of it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're certainly playing for yourself in this in the tournament. Now you've gotten through the first round.
Yeah.
We, of course, changed the format of the tournament around a little bit in that you don't know what the next round is going to be. Typically, it was 7-ball, and then you went into 8-ball.
Right.
We don't know what the next round is going to be because it hasn't been chosen yet. However, is there a format that you would like it to be in if it were your choice to make?
Well, I got to say that 9-ball and 10-ball are my favorite. We already played 9-ball. I'm kind of hoping that 10-ball is saved for the finals if I get there. So, excluding those two, I would have to say straight pool or 7-ball is what I'm hoping for next. I'm not a crazy fan of one pocket, but it's a good game and I'll play it. But actually, something, I changed my mind. I think I'd rather play one pocket today. Get that out of the way. At least today is a round robin. So even if I lose that match, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going home.
Okay, well that's certainly a valid point to make with regard to strategy. We'll have to see if the draw goes that way. Hopefully it does.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be tough.
Okay.
Long races, tough matches. Everybody here can play, so
Yeah.
it's going to be tough.
Well, you mentioned just about every one of the disciplines that are being used in the tournament. So, how do you feel in general about the idea of playing a tournament that is multidiscipline?
I think it's great. You don't see this. Everybody loves a tournament where you know what's going on and you're just going to come in and do the best that you can. But this is a tournament that's completely different than any others. You're playing 3 matches in one day, all races to 21, or a long race to 2 or 210 in straight pool. One pocket's even longer. So, this is a tough tournament. You don't see it very often. You don't get to play it. You're playing 30 hours of pool in 2 days.
Yes.
If you're going to make it.
Yes.
So it's a tough tournament. I think it's great. A lot of people. I've heard a couple of people say, why you want to play that much pool? And it's not like you're getting paid $10,000 at the end of it.
Right.
But first of all, say one thing to those people, right? When was the last time you went to work and made $1,500 in 2 days, right? Most people don't. And second, you get to do what you love, but this is a tournament where this is a lot more than just how do you play. This is about can you last 15 hours in a day? Can you keep your head? Can you keep your focus? It's a lot. It's a lot more of a battle than just a race to 7 over and over and over again in 9-ball.
Well, that's a good point.
So it's like this is a real battle to do something like this.
That's a good point. Now, if there's anything, I'm trying to think of what's even close to this kind of tournament. And the only thing I can think of that's even remotely close to this is another thing that Megabucks does, and that's the Action Pool Club.
Yeah.
Because you get to square off against other folks in challenge matches, and it can be in a variety of different disciplines.
Right.
Okay. And so I noticed you're a participant of the Action Pool Club. You've gotten at least 1 or 2 matches in so far. How do you feel about that arrangement?
I personally love it, because there's always a chance to go out and gamble with somebody, and you can do it anywhere at any time. But with the Action Club, it's sort of that's me. If I'm going to challenge you to a match, that's me calling you out in front of everybody, and you do not want to say no.
Okay.
Even if you don't want to play me, you do not want to say no in front of everybody.
Right.
So most likely you're going to end up taking that match, and it just makes you try all the harder. you know, and
Yes.
it's not personal, but it is personal. I'm calling you specifically out. I want you on the table at my home for this amount. And
Right,
for
right.
this, well, I'm gonna play 9-ball or 10-ball. You're gonna do what I want, and let's see if you can beat me on my terms.
Sure.
You know,
sure,
so it's.
sure.
I love it. I think it's good for the game. It's good for your game. And
Yes,
I
yes,
love it.
I agree. It's one of the other items that gets streamed by Megabucks. So for people who aren't actually participating in the challenge matches, they at least get a chance to see, as you mentioned, when you do call someone out, they get a chance to see if whether or not you can do what what you say you're going to do.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so we certainly are grateful to the Megabucks Amateur Pool League for having such an arrangement available for players
for
to,
sure.
to participate in. So in your case, however, this is day one. You got one round under your belt.
Yep.
And we're waiting for the start of the next. So you got a little break to wait till the start of the next round.
Yeah.
As soon as we know what it is, then we will announce it, and people will be able to get on the table. We look forward to having you come back and talk with us, if that's all right with you.
Yeah,
Tell
definitely.
us about your progress through the remainder of the tournament. Thank you very much for stopping with us for now.
Definitely. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
All right.
So it looks like David Lagget is taking a stretch over Michael Flick here. But Michael seems to be, he seems to be coming back somewhat. He has 9 games. And he's on the 9 ball. He shot it a little fast. Let's see if he makes this. Yep. And the score is now 10 to 16 in favor of David Lagget. Libby.
Yes, Vince.
Um, you've been watching David shoot for the past 30 minutes or so. Have you seen any errors? I mean, this guy seems. I mean, when he goes to the table, he doesn't seem like he makes many errors.
It didn't seem like there were a lot of them.
Yeah, and Michael, on the other hand, seems to have to like pull out every win, you know. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna update the scores here. Okay. So the score is now 10-16, and David is up, and he's also at the table. He's on that appears to be the 1 ball. Just made it. Gets position on the 2. He can stun this and go up for the 3, or just go 2 rails and back out to the center of the table. He's going to use a little left-hand English on this one. Back to the center of the table. A very methodical player.
I noticed. I haven't seen him play until today.
Yeah. I've actually had the pleasure of playing him a couple of times. And of all the players that I've played in the league, he gave me a lot of problems. Yeah. Okay. Kind of surprised at that shot. So now he risked going into the 9 here. I would call the 9 under shot.
I would too.
Yeah, just to be certain, because this is not an easy. Okay, so he opted to bank it. Okay.
Oh.
Now, David is back at the table, and that appears to be the 5 ball that he's on. He's not going to play this too hard. Well, I would hope he's not going to play too hard.
It's not easy to play any shots hard
Yeah,
on
but
this table.
okay. Now, that's what I like about him. His focus is just, it's there, you know. I'm gonna take a look at another angle on this. Yeah, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. The leave, however, I don't like the leave. I think he could have done a lot better with that leave. You need to have an angle. Looking at it from this point, you need to have an angle on this shot to come back down for the 8. You know, he's gonna have to create an angle here. He can do it, but on these pockets, it's not a given. You know.
Yeah. There's a chance he won't make it trying to do that.
Right. He'll probably, depending on how he hits it, if he hits it too hard, he could bobble the pocket. Yeah.
Okay, and we're back on with this time with Mike Jackson, who just finished his first round match against Josh Freeberg. Okay, and Mike, how do you feel about that round that you just came out of?
Terrible.
Okay, well, it was you were playing 9-ball,
It was a bad display of pool.
and that may be, but the good news the good news is that round is over. There are 2 more rounds, and it's the combined score of these 3 rounds that will determine who makes it to day 2. So, notwithstanding the result of that particular round, how do you feel about the tournament and the fact that there are other formats to play yet?
The fact that there are other formats, this is what makes it interesting, you know. You're playing so many different formats.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be playing 3 today and 3 tomorrow. I'm not sure, but that's the way it is. But it was all in all, my game, the first part of the game went well. The second half of the game didn't go so well. So
Okay.
I
Is
lost
there
the
any
match.
format you're looking forward to?
One pocket.
One pocket.
Okay.
If I make it there, one pocket.
Well,
yeah.
well, in the previous tournaments, 1 pocket was designated to the second day.
Yeah.
So you had to qualify to get to that particular
Exactly.
round.
Yeah.
In this particular format, where we're choosing the format at the prior to each round, it's quite possible that 1 pocket could be next.
Yeah.
And that would, I guess that would be all right with you if it were, huh?
Yeah, it'd be good with me. You know, I think my strongest game is my 1 pocket game, you know.
Okay.
No one wants to play me 1 pocket. I've called a few people out. They don't want to play, so
I see.
I just
I
stopped
see.
calling names. But 1 pocket would be, that's the strongest
Sure.
I'm looking for.
Okay, well, and speaking of calling people out, that's a format of the Megabucks Amateur Pool League. The fact that you have that action
the
pool
action
club.
thing, yeah.
The fact
It's really interesting, man.
The fact you can challenge people is
Yeah.
kind of like the way you're squaring up with them today.
Yeah.
Except you get to call them out and you get to set the format.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you've put a couple of challenges out there already?
I put a couple out there, but you know, they don't play 1 pocket as well as I play, so no one wants to play 1 pocket.
I
so
see.
Next thing I guess I'll play is straight pool.
Okay.
I played Bob match of straight pool
Yes.
maybe about 2-3 weeks ago.
Do you have any upcoming challenges?
No, I don't have any. I think I'm gonna challenge Mike Pruitt to like 9-ball or something, you know.
Okay. Well, those of you who are on the stream, you heard it. You heard it there first.
Me and Mike Pruitt can play 9-ball.
Okay. Well, we'll be sure to ask him about that when we get him back back in the chair. Okay.
All right.
But is there any particular format that you're
I'm
not
looking
forward
for 7-ball.
to? Okay. All right. In the previous format, 7-ball was always first.
Yeah.
And for some people, it was like a bitter pill. Once
Yeah.
they swallowed it, they were done. But we don't know. It could be next. 1 pocket could be next. That's
was
kind
terrible.
of a mystery.
I played 1 pocket. Yeah, that was the first format the last Masters. It was
And on the second day,
yeah,
right?
it was a 7-ball, and I didn't play well.
Mm.
You know, I think I lost 30-18 to Josh Freeberg.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Sensing a theme going on there.
yeah.
Okay.
But I came back and played him in straight pool, and I beat him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice thing about the tournament is the fact that
Yeah, you may meet the same guy twice.
You meet the same guy,
That's
but
right.
just because they were successful in one format doesn't mean they're going to be successful in all.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not just about pocket and balls. Is there but while we have you, is there anything else that you'd like to add before we let you go?
No, like I said, I'm just ready to get on to the next match. You know.
Okay.
Just to see, just to play a little bit better pool than I played in the last half of the last match. So
Well, you know,
was terrible.
not.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. coed.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Not that we're making any excuses for the opponents. Everybody's playing under the same conditions, but it
Yes.
had been pointed out to folks who are not here in the pool room and can't see it firsthand that the tables have just been recovered. And of course, and of course, if you're playing pool on these tables, you can tell that they've been recovered.
And I shot a ball, man. I swear. I was like, when is this ball going to stop? It's just not going to stop. It ain't going to stop.
Well,
And and then I was like, yeah, they must have, these got to be brand new cloths, man.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be certainly a factor in the straight pool, but that is really going to be a factor when you get to the one pocket round.
Yes, it is. It really is. You're going to have to, one pocket will bring all of your skills out of your billiards game. If you got it, you're going to have to use them, you know.
Yes, I
One
can
pocket
certainly
is that
see
type
that.
of game.
Okay. Well, we certainly thank you for stopping by to chat with us, and we look forward to talking with you again in the later rounds.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.